Hi, I'm Vadim Bushmakin from Nomi International Exchange Association. In this video, I'm going to introduce the symbols of Nomi City, namely the emblem and the mascots. This video is intended, first of all, for foreigners who live here in Nomi. At the association, we strongly believe that anybody living here, regardless of nationality or cultural background, is an important member of our society. And as such, it's good to know these things because symbols contain some ideas and some messages. And second, I suppose this video would be good for anybody interested in modern Japanese heraldry and symbolism. Well, let's go. You can find the official information about the city symbols on Nomi City webpage. There is a page about the mascots and then another page about the emblem. But the information here is quite brief. I can tell you more than that. Let me start paying my tribute to history. I'll speak about the symbols of the three towns that united in 2005 to make Nomi City. Those towns were Neagari, Terai, and Tatsunokuchi. Although these three towns do not exist anymore, you can still see the names of those three on the map. They still exist as three big parts of Nomi City, and you can see their symbols throughout Nomi. It is a little difficult to find information about these symbols. Even the well-advertised AI is not of much help. Here's a queue I had with ChatGPT. I asked about the emblem of Tatsunokuchi, and the information it gave is very vague. It's just general stuff you can say about virtually any city or town emblem. I guess it's not particularly about the emblem I'm asking about. As I mentioned, the symbols can still be seen throughout the city, so some examples here. Top left is a manhole cover from Neagari. It has a picture of a pine tree, which I'll explain later, and then the city emblem. Bottom left is a small stone monument, which has the town name of Terai and the city emblem. This is very close to our office. And on the right is a big stone monument in the shape of the emblem of Tatsunokuchi. This is located next to Tatsunokuchi Library. We see that these three have quite different shapes, but actually they are all made on very similar principles. I will explain in turns. First, let's see the emblem of Neagari. This is the shape of it. It was adopted in 1956. That was the year of some major administrative changes. The town was enlarged, it was united with the neighboring villages, and the emblem was adopted. It was the first term of service of Mr. Shigeki Mori, the mayor. He started working in 1953, and this is the picture of him around that time, quite young. He was very active in town building and making the town more modern. So he started this official open contest, and they received about 300 applications from different people, and the winner was this person, Mr. Takeshiro Nagasawa. He was a professional designer, and throughout his career, he created many logos and emblems and such. So he also participated in the contest for Terai, but his work did not get picked up there. In Terai and Tatsunokuchi, in the same year, the same processes took place. So the towns were enlarged and their emblems were also adopted. Same year, 1956. The emblem of Neagari looks like a bottle opener. Well, I'm joking, of course. It has nothing to do with the bottle opener. Actually, this shape is a stylized letter Ne. We can see it in the triangles at the bottom of the shape. Ne is because this is the beginning of the town name, Neagari, and also Ne in Japanese means roots, like the roots of the tree. And the same shape also resembles the shape of the kanji for tree. Now the lower part of the kanji, which kind of represents the roots in the tree, is rounded up to make a circular shape. In Japanese, going up is agari. So this whole emblem is a graphic riddle kind of thing that you read as Neagari. The ne, which roots are going up. The thing is, the town name comes from a natural phenomena. The pine trees that were growing on the dunes in this area, due to natural erosion, got their trunks lifted above the ground, and the roots were coming up above the ground, lifting those trunks. So this in Japanese is called Neagari no Matsu, the pine trees with the roots going up, and hence the town name. The color of the emblem is black because those pine trees are called kuromatsu in Japanese, black pine trees, literally. So that's the color of the emblem. And remember that manhole cover I showed before? The image of the pine tree on that is because of that. This pine tree became a symbol of the town. Even some newer covers produced by Nomi City still use that image of the pine tree growing on the sand dunes, as you can see in this picture. Now, north of Nomi City, there is a small town called Kawakita, and the emblem of that is very similar in shape to the emblem of Neagari. The difference is there are 3 vertical stripes on the upper part. This is actually 2 stylized kanji that make the town name. The 3 stripes stand for kanji kawa, meaning the river, and the lower part is a stylized kanji kita, meaning the north. The town is located just north of river Tedori, hence the name of the town, and this name is reflected in the emblem. Next, Terai. It has this shape, and the color is light green. I think this looks like some mask of a transformer from the movies, but again, no connection there. Transformers is actually an American franchise, it's not even Japanese. In fact, this is the shape of 3 letters, te, ra, and i, that make the town name. The upper part is te, which is put on the side counterclockwise. The part on the right is ra, which is quite clearly seen, and the lower part is i, that's put on the side clockwise. But this overall shape is a bit difficult to understand if you do not know that these are the letters. I asked some locals and they said, well, maybe there's some kanji, we're not sure. Many people do not even know what is it. The color of that is light green, and the official description has it as young village green. The idea is that this is the town of youth with a lot of energy and a lot of greenery around. Even today, Terai is located in the middle part of Nomi City among the fields, and there are a lot of green rice fields around it. Next, the emblem of Tatsunokuchi. It has this shape, and I think it looks a little like a retort for chemistry experiments. But no connection there whatsoever, again. In reality, this is the shape of letter ta that makes the beginning of the town name, again. We can see that all 3 towns have the town names in their emblems. And again, if you do not know this is the shape of the letter, it's really hard to see it in there. The color is dark green because this is the color of forests. Tatsunokuchi town is located next to the mountains that are covered with forests, so the color comes from there. As we can see, all 3 town emblems are roundish in shape, and there is a particular reason for that. In Japanese symbology, round is good. There is a word emman that means literally round and full. So the idea is that something is all round, something is full and abundant, and there is a plenty of that, which is always good. So in Japan, many symbols and emblems, including like family crests, are round in shape, including for this reason. Now, these 3 towns do not exist anymore, and you cannot see their web pages, but you can find the official information about these emblems in their published histories. These are the covers of books that they produced in each town. The red one is the first edition of Neagari history. That was 1 volume. The light green one is 3 volumes of a new version of Neagari history. Dark green is 4 volumes of Terai history, and green brownish one is Tatsunokuchi, also 3 volumes. In Japan, many cities and towns and even small villages try to publish their own official histories. This is usually done by local boards of education. They employ some professional historians and they collect a lot of information from the locals and they publish a lot of documents. So as a source, these books are very good and detailed about history. And as I said, you can find the information about the logos, about the emblems in them too. Right now, they actually compile a new edition of the history of Nomi City. The work started a couple years ago, and it will still take some time. We are all looking forward to that new publication. Let's go over to the emblem of Nomi. This is the shape of it, and I think it looks a little like one of the Christian symbols for Trinity. But Christianity is not that much spread in Japan, and Nomi City, again, does not have much connection to that. So this is just by chance, it looks a little the same. The actual shape that it means is the letter No, which is the beginning of the city name, Nomi. And there are 3 of those No shapes that are placed in a motion that is like a spiral, going around like a spiral, as the official description has it, which also makes a graphic riddle. 3 in Japanese is Mi. So 3 No letters can be read as No Mi, making the town name. There are 3 colors and 3 parts of it, which can signify different things. First of all, those are 3 towns that were united to make Nomi: Neagari, Terai, and Tatsunokuchi. And then many other ideas that come in threes can be seen here. Like the blue color would mean the sea, the orange would mean the plain, and the green would mean the woods and the mountains. So those are 3 types of terrain that you can see in present Nomi City. Or this could represent the unity of people and culture and nature. And any other ideas you can think of, you can put into here. Now the mascots. These are the 3 original mascots of Nomi City. And left to right, that's Hipponon, Yuzumin, and Poponon. Again, there was an open contest, and the winner was the idea by local high school students. They're very cute. And if you look at the back of them, they're even more cute. The tails of the hippos look like hearts, which is very nice. They're so popular, and the city even created these mascot dolls. They appear on most of the official events conducted by the city, very popular with local kids. And in this picture, you can see the Japan Tent event. That's when many foreign students come to Nomi City, and these dolls were very popular with the students too, with the adults. Now in Japan, again, many cities and towns do have those mascots. There is even a huge contest for the mascot dolls. In this photo, you can see on the stage the mascots from different cities. They come together from all parts of the country, and they get voted for which one is the cutest. The mascots of cities and towns usually represent something that place is known for, something it can be easily recognized by. And that's the same with Nomi City. Let's take a look at each character in turn. The first character is called Hipponon, and the name comes from hippo, the animal. The no part is the beginning of the city name, Nomi. You can see in Japanese they even use the kanji character for the city name. And then the ending n is an ending used in kids' names. When you shorten the names and make them cuter, you put an n in the end. For example, a girl called Nozomi can be shortened to Non. So here we see Hipponon. His hat on his head is a yuzu fruit that I'll explain next. The reason for the hippo is because there is a zoo in Nomi City, and one of the particular animals of the zoo is a pygmy hippo. In Japan, it's quite a rare animal. They say there are only 3 zoos in all of Japan that have them, so Nomi is quite proud to have it there. And this animal became one of the symbols of modern Nomi. The next character is called Yuzumin. Yuzu in the name is a name for the fruit yuzu. We've seen the hat on Hipponon before, and that's the same fruit. The head of this character is in that shape. Yuzu is a natural hybrid of a tangerine and a lemon. So in English that would be called citron or a Chinese lemon. Anyway, they produce a lot of that fruit in Nomi, and it's one of the local particular produce. So it also is one of the symbols of the city. Now this girl wears a white dress with color spots on it, and there are 5 colors we can see: red, blue, yellow, purple, and green. Those are traditional colors of Kutani ceramics, which is another traditional product of Nomi City. And those ceramics also employ white a lot as a background and black for the outlines, and we can see those 2 colors too on the dress. This is the picture of that fruit, the yuzu. So the city produces them a lot, and a lot of byproducts of that, like jam and even some cosmetics. The third character is called Poponon. For some time it did not even have its name. It was called just the small one, as a small hippo. But then again they created a separate contest for the name of this one, and this is the version that was the winner. There is no clear explanation why it's called Poponon, but usually in Japanese language, popo is something that's roundish and looks soft. Like, when the smoke goes up, it's called popopo. So Poponon here. And it represents not only the same hippo, but also this vegetable. This is called Kagamaru imo in Japanese, the round potato of Kaga region. It's not actually potato, it's a version of yam. In this picture you can see the usual yam is long, like long roots at the bottom, but a version of that was created artificially is round, hence the name, round yam of Kaga region. Now Kaga is an old name for this territory. There used to be a Kaga domain in olden times. So all 3 characters thus represent local produce and a particular local animal, the hippo. There's actually one more character that is now an official character of Nomi City. It's called cinnamon roll. It is a commercial product of a company called Sanrio, and I cannot even show you that image because I have to pay money to use those images. But it's quite well known. If you live in Nomi, you've probably seen it anywhere. If you haven't seen it, just Google it up. The Sanrio also owns like the Hello Kitty brand, which is maybe a little more known, but this one is also quite known. And the city officially employed this character to work here to advertise the city. So now it's used alongside the 3 original characters that were produced in the city. Now finally, just as a small bonus, I'd like to explain the logo of the Nomi International Exchange Association, where I work. The image here is an image of a tree growing up. And the tree means the growth of us as the members of the association and the growth of our organization. And the leaves have 4 different colors: blue, yellow, red, and green, which are traditional colors of Kutani. And one color that seems to be missing is purple, but the trunk of the tree and the circle around are actually purple. They're not black. So all 5 Kutani colors are here. Now, various shapes and sizes of the leaves mean the different people that live here in Nomi City. There are many people of various nationalities and various cultural backgrounds, and we all come together in our association to work together. So this is the idea of diversity and multiculturalism. And the unity of all of us in Nomi City and in our association is signified by the circle around. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.